Peace and blessings multiply to you and yours, and knowledge, wisdom, and understanding of the Most High God, the Savior to those that keep His commandments. What are you thankful for? I myself am thankful for a lot of things. Because I remember when I was in LA a few years back. I was in LA and I visited, what do they call it? Skid Row. Where you got a gigantic homeless community stretching for blocks. And even outside of Skid Row, you had people sleeping on the sidewalk and sleeping in the streets, and man, it's terrible. Every state in the United States has all kinds of funds to allocate towards helping people on the street. And today, out here in AZ, I came across the same thing. Saw somebody sleeping on the lawn. I'm like, wow. So me personally, first and foremost, I'm thankful that God allowed me to wake up and see another day with His precious breath of life, because He could have took me out. You know what I'm saying? I'm up in age now, so He could have been like, okay, I'm done. I'm thankful that the Lord allowed my family members to still be alive. I'm thankful for having a roof over my head, having food, clothing, and shelter, my basic necessities to survive in this cruel, cold world. You know, people say they want a democratic society, people say they want a Republican society, but then you got people that realize, they come to the realization that it's a bureaucracy, it's a dictatorship. They don't care about the lower people, you know, and they don't care about the Lord's people. But anyway, that's another story. It's just amazing how the U.S. can come up with all these different resources for all these other things and can't take care of their backyard. You know? So, what else I'm thankful for? I'm thankful for the Lord allowing me to have a good job where I can take care of myself and possibly help others. I'm thankful for the shoes on my feet. You know what I'm saying? There ain't no J's, because that's what everybody own now for the last several years. They, you know, that's what I found out here. Everybody owns shoe game. But comparing out here to back home, it's like everybody, their shoe game is tight. But back home, we matched from head to toe. We had the shoe game and the outfit to go with it, and the hat. You know, y'all know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I'm glad I got shoes on my feet. They ain't no J's, no. They ain't no Air Force Ones. But they decent. You know what I'm saying? I got socks on my feet. You know, the homeless really be in need of socks. That's why some years back, a few years back, when I used to go out and try to help the homeless, I would have t-shirts, socks, body wash, and for the summertime, bottles of water, canned goods, because people need food. You'd be surprised. You know what I'm saying? And it ain't just the homeless. You know? It's a lot of people A lot of people need help that the nation we live in is not providing. So that's why a lot of times you hear me say, I'm thankful for God's precious breath of life in me to wake up and see another day. Man, so, oh, yeah, so I just got reminded of something. Let me see if I can see the chat. Because last time my sister was on here when I went live and I couldn't see the chat for some reason. Oh, okay. I'm gonna have to go into the settings for that because this is OBS. Let me see. Yeah, I have to go into the settings. Oh, what is going on? But anyway, yeah, I'm thankful for my job. I'm thankful that I'm able to buy me some food to cook. You know. I'm thankful that the Lord blessed me with a job, whereas for the most part, I get along with everybody. You know what I'm saying? And I don't have to worry about no nonsense. I'm thankful that the Lord haven't allowed me to lose my mind in such a cruel, cold society. Because I said many years ago, you can just sit outside and be entertained by the world. I don't need no TV. Just give me the internet. I'm entertained every time I step foot outside my door. You know what I'm saying? In some way, shape, form, or fashion. So, not to say that I'm mocking anybody. I'm just saying the things you see, the things we see people do, man, it's like, wow. Yeah. So, we can't, and I'm guilty of, a lot of us take things for granted. So, can I read a scripture? Is that going to deter anybody from not watching this video? Probably so. But anyway, Luke 16 maybe? Let's see. No. Matthew 25. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, Behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, Give us of your oil, for our lamps are going out. But the wise answered, saying, Not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, Verily I say unto you, I know you not. Watch therefore, for you know neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. For the kingdom of heaven is as a man traveling into a far country, who called his own servants and delivered unto them his goods. And unto one he gave 5 talents, to two another, and to two another 2, and to another 1, to every man according to his several ability, and straightway took his journey. Then he that had received the 5 talents went and traded with the same and made them other 5 talents. So this man was wise, right? He took the talents and multiplied it, right? Okay, verse 17. And likewise he that had received 2, he also gained other 2. So he straight double up. You know, us, that was back in the slanging days. You know, we had them double ups. You give me you give me a certain amount. It's like you paying for one, but you getting 2. You know, he double his money. So but he that received 1 went and digged in the earth and hid his Lord's money. After a long time, the Lord of those servants cometh and reckoneth with them. And so he that had received 5 talents came. Well, I'm gonna skip that part. Let's see what he say about the last one. His wait a minute. Verse 21. His Lord said unto him, Well done, thou good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of thy Lord. He also that had received 2 talents came and said, Lord, thou deliverest unto me 2 talents. Behold, I have gained 2 other talents beside him. His Lord said unto him, Well done, good and faithful servant. Thou hast been faithful over a few things. I will make thee ruler over many things. Enter thou into the joy of the Lord. Verse 24. Then he which had received the 1 talent came and said, Lord, I knew thee that thou art an hard man, reaping where he has not sown, and gathering where thou hast not strawed. And I was afraid, and went and hid thy talent in the earth. Lo, there thou hast that is thine. His Lord answered and said unto him, Thou wicked and slothful servant. You know what slothful is? Lazy. He said, you had all this time to do something with that talent that I gave you. You didn't multiply it or nothing. You digged it in, you put it in buried it in the ground. You ain't do nothing with it. So in other words, what level of faith do you have? You ain't faithful to me, because you didn't do nothing with what I gave you. Like this Bible. We got a free gift, which is grace. Grace is everybody's free gift. It is freely given to everybody. But what you do with it, it's on you. If you don't do nothing with it, or if you don't have faith in the one that gave it to you in the first place, that's a lost cause. It's like it's good for nothing. Just like the Bible says, in Jeremiah, the pen of the scribes is in vain, because the scribes was writing these scriptures down, writing these scrolls down and it all came into this one book, and people don't even read it, and then they think they Bible scholars, and they think they can tell you what the scriptures say, and they ain't even reading it. Just like that's why I say before, you got people calling themselves Christians, but they really term themselves New Testament Christians. But the New Testament is only half of the book. If a movie came out, if the movie started at 7 o'clock and it was a 2-hour movie and you went there at 8 o'clock, you only seen half the movie. What do you know? Where's your knowledge of that movie? See how the Bible make it plain? See how it gives you common sense? You're not going to understand this whole book if you only reading the New Testament, plain and simple. That go for anybody, including me. Because I remember, I said it before, my mama, when I was living with her before I got out there on my own, she had a New Testament book. It was this thick, okay? It wasn't even as thick as a peanut butter and jelly sandwich. I read that book, and I'm like, wow. Years later, when I read the Old Testament and the New, I'm like, whoa, blew me away. It was all kind of stuff in there that I never got understanding from just reading the New Testament. So back to this parable in Matthew 25, where the first part you got the 10 virgins. 5 of them was wise and the other 5 was foolish. What happened? The unwise ones did not get up off their butt and do something about their situation. They did not go and get them some oil for their lamps. And because of that, they waited too late, and the Lord shut the door on them. They couldn't get into the marriage. You know, a lot of people is like that. And I can go real deep because it's some people that claim they want to be married, but their lifestyle is that of Sodom and Gomorrah. So how you gonna be married and you live in a ungodly lifestyle? Oh, I forgot. I'm sorry. We in spiritual Babylon, right? We in America. You can get married like that. But is it real love? You know, the book say love is the fulfilling of the law. Whose law? God's law. I guarantee you, anybody of the same sex getting married today, anybody, male and male or female and female, anybody getting married of the same sex today is not fulfilling God's law. And I know people don't like it, but truth hurts. They are not doing God's will. So, is that marriage going to last? When they are going against God, when they are going against the Creator. Every year, back in my hometown, you have, every summer, you got the big old pride parade, okay? And pride for what? Because pride comes before destruction. Did nobody ever listen to that? It's like, wow, man. A lot of people want to go above and beyond, but for the wrong reasons. You know, they got a car, they got a vehicle, a SUV or whatever, but they want the top of the line. You know, they want the EVs. What happens if the grid goes down and you ain't got no charger station nowhere near you? What you gonna do? See, a lot of people don't use common sense. So, be thankful for what you got. You got a hoopty that gets you from A to B, then be thankful for that. You know what I'm saying? Like they got, some years ago they came out with these cars called Genesis. Wow, you would call a car Genesis? So you got that from the Bible, right? But is it anything to do with God? Is it anything to do with the Bible? is what is it? I forgot who made it. Was it the Koreans that made it, or was it Hyundai that made it? Somebody, some car company made it, but it's basically a high priced vehicle made by the people who made it, that made more economical vehicles. You know what I'm saying? Like say for, I don't know who, I forgot who made it. I looked it up when I first heard about it, but it's not important to me. Let's just say that the Genesis cars were made by Hyundai. It's a high price Hyundai, right? Just like if you say for instance, Acura was made by Honda. Acura is a high price Honda. Let's say for instance, Lexus, which we all know, Lexus is made by Toyota. Lexus is a high price Toyota. And a lot of the models are the same, except for the emblem. What sense do it make to spend more money when you could be using them extra thousands of dollars for your family? You could be using them extra thousands of dollars for something meaningful in the world. Help this world be better. Set up some places where these homeless people can go to. You know what I'm saying? And you know, not just go to sleeping inside, but where they can learn an education, where they can learn a trade, a skill that will put them into the workforce and eventually get them out of homelessness. What about investing? Have most of our forefathers taught us how to invest money? How to read the stock market? The NASDAQ? Has anybody told us anything about that? Now you got Coinbase and you got crypto and you got all this stuff to help us do better in the economy, no matter what is going on. Because you got rising gas prices. You know, you got inflation year after year. You know, I bought a dozen of eggs the other day for $8. First time ever in my life I paid $8 for a dozen of eggs. Can you believe that? But I was thankful I was able to get them, because I hadn't had none in a long time. Man, you know, oh my God. We gotta be thankful that the Most High has given us knowledge, or the ability to have knowledge, wisdom, and understanding, so we can truly be, as the book says, overcomers. Because it's a struggle out here, man. It's a struggle. We got to be thankful that the Lord has given us sound minds, where we can use common sense to navigate everything in this world. You know? So what are you thankful for? I'm thankful for all the blessings that the Lord has bestowed upon me going through these curses. Because to the next man, or to the next person, I could be thriving. I could have like basically the world. But on the inside, I'm still I'm still struggling. Because for one, I gotta step foot outside my door every day and deal with the hatred among the world, among the different nations, and even my own. I got to deal with that. I got to deal with going to a job where, yeah, it's decent pay, but you know that you work hard enough that you deserve more. So you gotta have faith in God and be patient. Because sometimes the Lord can whoop your boss to be hard on you. I've experienced that before. Sometimes, man, see, a lot of people's faith is not where it should be because, people go through things and they're not having faith in God, and then they wonder why certain things happen. And I'm talking about other nations. I ain't talking about me with the curses. No. Or me and mine with the curses. I'm talking about other. I seen it with my own eyes. Of people going through stuff, and I wonder, like, what is their faith? Are they a Muslim? Because Allah can't save you out your troubles. I was a Muslim, okay? I'm here to tell you. Buddhist, I might not have been technically a Buddhist, but you might as well have called me that, because I was practicing the disciplines of that religion at a young age. Talking about the middle path. Okay, I was on that middle path, and I didn't realize until years later I had to make a choice on that middle path. I either had to go left or go right. Because going down the middle caused me some heartache and pain unnecessarily. And I've seen other people with that were actual practitioners of that faith go through some heartache and pain unnecessarily. And I'm like, man, I'm glad I got out of that before it's too late. So, man, Christians? What kind of Christian you talking about? You talking about a Bible Christian, or you talking about a Roman Christian? Because my nationality proves that I am one of the original Christians. Okay? But that's another lesson. That's another story. But well, let me rephrase that, because people in my generation, a little older and a little younger, they seem to be perplexed with that. And I mean perplexed to the point where it's like, what, last month was February, right? Black History Month. I put Black History, it's information and documents and research with, from Bible history and man's scholarly history, right? You think somebody learned something? You think somebody was happy to see that? It's good to know where you from, who you are, because then you'll know where you can go. So let me say it like this. Hebrews word were the original Christians because Jesus was a Hebrew. You know, over time they changed the name of the people to Jews or Jewish, but that's a slang term speaking of the tribe of Judah when you got 11 other tribes, which are Hebrews or Israel. Okay, the 12 tribes of Israel, whose patriarch was Jacob. Okay, so what I'm saying is, hey, if it wasn't a certain Hebrew named Jesus showing all them signs and wonders and miracles and great teachings of wisdom and whatnot, those Gentiles would not have followed after him, because Jesus was being preached to the people by Paul. Paul was the apostle to the Gentiles, and later on Peter. But Paul made a statement. He said, since it was necessary that we came to y'all first, talking about the Hebrews. He said, but since y'all don't want to listen, we turn to the Gentiles. We got, we got to teach this word to somebody. We got to do our job, period, point blank. But, man, I'm thankful, man. I'm thankful I'm still here, even though it might be some tough times here and there. But believe it or not, it's some times it's going to be way tougher than what any of us go through nowadays, and it's called Jacob's trouble. That's going to show and prove we really in the last days. That's when it's coming to a close. In Jacob's trouble, Jeremiah 30, I think. Because during Jacob's trouble, you ain't gonna be able to eat, you ain't gonna be able to buy or sell unless you got the mark of the beast. Man, that's gonna be a tough time. A lot of people gonna be taking that mark willingly, because their stomachs run their minds. So that's why you have to have discipline. That's why you have to pray and fast. You have to fast and pray. You can't be a glutton. And I love food, so when it comes to fasting, when it comes to atonement, the Day of Atonement, that might be rough. That's why when the atonement comes, I make sure that I have that day off from work, because I never want to be trying to fast while I'm at work doing manual labor. Besides, it's a high Sabbath, it's a feast day. You ain't supposed to be working nowhere. So, But anyway, what are you thankful for? If I can't reach anybody in the chat, wait a minute, let me look at my phone. Where my phone at? Look at my, drop a comment. Put something in the comment section. And once again, here it is. This is towards the end of the month of March 2025. Is there any topics that you would like me to speak on and related to biblical history or biblical truth? Because I don't want to go into that, but because it's a lot of topics that I want to talk about. However, I don't want to feel like I'm wasting my time, because there's some topics out there that I've done a whole lot of research on, and I'm like, man, one time I did research on this one topic. I put the video out there in I posted the video, and I did one live with all the research and all the facts and information, and then nobody paid no attention. So I'm like, really? That's what it's about. Should I start all the way over from scratch on Rumble for real? Because YouTube already, trying to keep the clamps on us, bring the truth. Is my work in vain? Let me get my phone. Hold on. Let me see. Ooh-wee. But hey, this is my first podcast of 2025. My main real podcast was back in 2016 with Gone for Good, Signs of a Reprobate Mind. That was 9 years ago, almost 10 years ago, wasn't it? But I'm like, I'm starting to wonder now, because we know the majority of people go with the flow of the world. So I'm in the world, but not of the world. They go with the flow of the world. So the thing is, I'm like, are people that watch, or people that have seen my videos, are they of the world? And I'm just wasting their time? I truly wonder about that. Let me see. Oh, okay. There's a chat. Hey, sister. Hey, my tried and true sister, Unchain Your Brain, and sister Phoebe Love, hanging in there since day one. Wow. Let me read some of this since y'all been on here. I thank you. I truly appreciate you. Let me see. Sister Unchain Your Brain says, I'll always be thankful. I hear you, sister. I hear you. She also says we need more resources for those that don't identify as homeless. Got a point there, because a lot of them don't want to be acknowledged on that. You're right. Because a lot of people don't want to accept it, saying I'm not a charity case and nothing like that. No. It's people that's not even it's people that's not even homeless that really needs help. I'm telling you, I've seen it. People don't even know. What does it say? They're sociopaths. Yeah. You know what, sister? Unchain your brain. You know what else a lot of people don't know? A lot of people don't even know they narcissists. I had a narcissist call me a narcissist. I'm like, what? Me? Are you kidding? I'm like, oh my God. A narcissist is the type of person, they'll make a statement about you where there were other witnesses to what's supposed to be backing up their statement. Other witnesses know the truth. They were there, as well as this narcissist. But the narcissist will make a statement about you that is totally untrue. Like it's valid. You know what I'm saying? Crazy. I don't get it, man. Other witnesses were there, and they can prove you wrong, but you saying something totally different than what they saw and what you saw. Anyway, oh man, yeah, I'm sorry you two sisters. I'm gonna have to check my OBS settings, because when I first started using OBS again in recent couple of years, it was a chat popping up, a chat box. So I'm gonna have to dig into that and practice with it so it can pop back up again, because I was looking for it but I can't find it. So yeah. Or let me see. or or I can just use my other laptop and yeah, or I can use my other laptop like I used to do from time to time. Sister Phoebe Love says, "Hello, UYB." Not in vain. I'm still hanging with Sister Phoebe. I know you've been here. You've been here a long time. I'm like, man, I'm surprised you're still here, cause you know. But you know, my intentions are good. You know, I mean well. You know, I would like to really put out there some stuff that could captivate or motivate. You know, but I need stuff like this. I need more input. I need, all kind of stuff like another sister, a sister from my hometown in Chicago, Sister 71 Marche. She was helping me trying to find how can I, use the animated cartoons, the animated, I guess it's AI figures on the screen and videos and whatnot, which I really like that. I really like the way that looks. So that way you can put together something with Bible characters of their true nationality, as such and such, or anything. So anyway, yeah, man. Good evening, brother. Good evening, brother. Thankful for having a roof over my head, and most of all, to have the mental capacity to know our Heavenly Father and the saving grace of His Son, Jesus Christ. That's right, Sister Phoebe. I know that's right. Yeah. I was at work today or yesterday. The brother was telling me about his situation with his wife. He said, that his wife said that he don't pray with them, talking about her and the kids. And he was like, I pray, but I don't pray to Jesus Christ. I'm like, I'm like, wow. That's how I felt on the inside. I'm like, wow. I'm like, cause see that's the thing. That's why it's so important to squash out false doctrine. Because the book say, because see, first of all, the Lord gonna speak to us in whatever language we speak, and we speak English, so and I pointed out before in videos that our original language was Hebrew. The original Hebrew language died out. That means it's dead. The Hebrew language spoken today is mainly Yiddish and a bunch of other languages mixed together. Okay? So, when you take a glimpse, close your eyes and take a glimpse back at the original Hebrew, it was hieroglyphs. Okay? So, they say ain't no J in Hebrew, which is something the young brother at work said too. I'm like, yeah. There ain't no J in Hebrew, but there ain't no letters in Hebrew because it's hieroglyphs. But anyway, I didn't even go there with him because I ain't want to get no debate at work. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, thank you, Sister Phoebe Love. She said, you are sincere in heart. I'm subscribed to 71 Marche also. Oh, for real? Oh, that's good. I was wondering, was any of y'all doing some videos? Well, I'm gonna check it out again. It's been a while. Lately, I've been going through some things, so I ain't been able to, try to take a look at everybody. My brother Doug. What's up, my brother? You say hit you up when I got the opportunity. Hey, brother Doug, I sent you an email a couple of weeks ago. I think it was from my Ron Jamel 360 email. Yeah. See if you see it, man. Yeah, I'm gonna hit you up. But see, I got a new number, man. So yeah, that email was probably explaining that too. But yeah, see y'all, I love y'all because y'all got some sincere hearts, man. Like who was that? Sister Phoebe said right here. She said I got a sincere heart. I try to. I mean, I get upset just like the next person, but especially with tomfoolery and buffoonery and BS. But I try to stay humble. You know, I want everybody to make it. Everybody. You know what I'm saying? Just the reality is, it took me a long time of being an adult for reality to set in. The reality is, like I always say, I love everybody, but everybody don't love me. I had to deal with that the hard way. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, man, if you let that get to you, that can infect you like a cancer. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be evil and cruel too, just like them. I've seen that happen. So, but I'm determined not to be like that. So, my thing is, y'all got great minds, y'all got great hearts, man. Just think if us few, with maybe a few others, could work together and get on one accord, we can accomplish so many things. So many things. But Brother Doug is actually from my old camp, so, and so is 71 Marche. I learned the hard way with that could cause a conflict of interest. So, I just let it be. I'm to do what I can to serve the Lord and put out His message, and hopefully one day get on one accord with some people that's really about this thing, really about helping people and gaining some knowledge, wisdom, and understanding. What? Phoebe Love, I miss you having your grandsons minister with you. Oh, I'm old, Sister Phoebe, but I ain't that old. Those are my sons, my stepsons, and my real son. I miss it too. Cameron, that's my real son, and Jordan and Javon. Those were my. Yeah, I miss them too. I wish we could have did more videos together too, cause it was behind the scenes, but they was with me. They was with me when we were out helping the homeless. So it was man, I don't know. Yeah. I kind of thought so. Yeah, I'm old, but I ain't that old. My grandbaby. Now, you know what? You brought something to mind. If you ever see me put a throwback video up, and the background walls is red walls in the background, that's Harmon Library in Phoenix, downtown Phoenix. That's where I had one of them videos where the grandbabies was in the, like you could hear one of them saying, Daniel 7. Man, I really missed that too. Because they was listening, they was going through something at a young age that most of us didn't go through. They was listening and reading them scriptures with us, learning something that our forefathers should have been teaching us. But yeah. Oh man. So, well, my apologies, you all. I'm gonna have to close this. But I'm so glad y'all made it on here tonight. Hey, drop something in the comment. If I don't see it in the chat, drop something in the comment to let me know what y'all think. What y'all think I should do? Should I have a podcast every week, like once a week, the middle of the week, twice a week, and then do a live on the Sabbath, or what? Let me know what y'all think. So, here's something I want y'all feedback on. For the longest, I've been wanting to. I might have mentioned this before, years ago, but I want to do a little bit of street preaching, a little bit, but I really basically want to basically want to do a survey asking the people, the passers-by, what do they think that they can do individually to help this world be a better place? You know what I'm saying? We're going to find some interesting answers. Or what do they think would make this world a better place? We're going to find some very interesting answers. You know what I'm saying? Definitely miss you too, bro. All praises to you as well. Yeah, I miss being in the Ville, man. I wouldn't mind. I wouldn't mind coming back to the Ville. But who knows? Who knows? Anyway, thank you all, Sister Phoebe Loves, and Sister Unchained Your Brain, Brother Doug. Thank y'all for coming on tonight. So y'all enjoy the rest of the night. Peace and blessings multiplied to you and yours. Much love.